Yo, what's going on, everybody? Gabriel Santos here. And I want to take this time to run you guys through a live example of me going through a craving and how I'm going to handle it. And that way you can model parts of it and just see what it's like. All right. And to know that even though we might have experience with cravings, even though we might have great momentum, even though we feel confident and feel like, there's no way that a craving could take me off, right? Take me off this track, that we still need to do the work. And in fact, these are the exact moments, right, when triggers are hitting us in real life. These are the exact moments that we have an opportunity to change things and refine our perception, refine our thought patterns, and ultimately change our behavior, our results, and our lives. All right. So I was laying in my bed with my girl just now, and all of a sudden I just had this like craving of like wanting, going home, right? Going back to my place across the way, and like doing the good old get stoned and chill out, right? And mind you, so the first thing I'm going to do, right, is pause, right? I literally am making this video right after I had that craving. And that's the first step, which is to realize that this is a craving and I need to do something about it in terms of intervening, in terms of interrupting the pattern. And the feeling, right, the emotion that I was having was like, I was like kind of bored, feeling this kind of like subtle angst, and just kind of feeling this kind of like mehness. And it's funny because I've been up since like 4 or 5 a.m. this morning. I did a bunch of different things, right? I made a video earlier this morning. I did this chore, I did this thing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I was feeling this madness, and to be honest, I think I'm hungry. So I'm gonna eat something after this and see how that affects me. But okay, so again, it's this madness, and in fact, I'm gonna go eat, and if that is the kind of cure, then that is just an example of how we get. I'm feeling blahness. My body wants marijuana, but in reality, it wants food, right? So it's just another example of how, man, when we train ourselves to just go to marijuana for every little discomfort or every little anxiety or every little feeling of madness or blahness, we like hijack our natural desires. Like, oh, my natural desire is to go eat something, but I'm not even present to that. All I feel is madness, right? And it's funny because for a lot of people, they'll recognize that they're hungry, but sometimes it's hard to like dissect the two, like separate the two. Like, oh, this is really about hunger. Okay, so it just goes to show, right, even in this video live, that when we choose to interrupt the pattern, and at least whether it's in front of the camera or maybe on piece of paper or just talking to someone and exposing the craving, right? Like you can go to someone like a friend or something, but man, I'm getting this craving, but I don't want to give in, but let's go do something else, right? Let's go do something else to remedy that. And that's where our opportunity to explore alternative options comes into play. Now let's say that food wasn't an option, right? Like, at the very least, interrupting the pattern, right? Interrupting the pattern. Because very quickly, that romanticizing will take hold, right? And in the past, what would I have done? I would have been in bed with my girl. I would have had that craving. And all of a sudden, this like hidden agenda starts to form of like, okay, you know what? Yeah, that sounds great. Ooh. Right? Ooh, yeah, I can't. You know what? I'm going to go home later. I'm going to go buy, and we're going to fuck shit up and have a little party. And mind you, I don't know for you guys if your guys is like craving and romanticizing with weed gets to that level of like crackhead lusting, right? And maybe I'm being too harsh on myself, but like that's what it is. It's like this, like, oh yeah, right? It's like, oh dear God. So yeah, interrupting the pattern and having that intention to be in front of cravings and having that sense of dedication and commitment to finding alternatives, right? So we really do have to stay on top of it. We really do have to stay on top of it. But the great thing is that every time we have these cravings, again, it's an opportunity to rebuild our life. And the cool thing is, we're actually going to satisfy this itch. It just won't be through marijuana, right? And so, because right now I'm feeling meh. I want excitement. I want fun. I want stimulation. I want interest. I probably want to laugh. I probably want to like be more active instead of just laying down, right? And so again, and that's just me taking stock in how I'm feeling, right? And so for you, do something similar, right? Interrupt the pattern, take stock on what you're feeling and what your body mind is actually craving, or another way to put it, right? What is the marijuana solving, right? What pain points is the marijuana solving, or what emotions are you looking for marijuana to bring to the table, right? In this case, it's relaxation mixed with fun, mixed with kind of excitement, mixed with variety, mixed with something unique and new, right? And it might seem overwhelming, right? How am I going to find something? But in reality, a lot of our basic coping outlets already have those things, right? Like video games have that. Going for a walk, exercising has that, watching TV has that. And so we don't need to bring it all the way to level 1,000 by adding marijuana to that mix, or even like drinking alcohol, right? Like there's so many other ways to get it done. And the reality is that those outlets are more sustainable, right? Because they're not these super, super mega dopamine like a substance like marijuana can be. And in addition to that, right, this whole process is building a life that doesn't require marijuana, building a life building a toolbox of coping systems and coping outlets that don't require marijuana, right? And just to kind of give you guys a laundry list of things, right, for myself, it's like I take multiple hot showers a day, right? Because it's now become like my one of my things for relief, or one of my things to just like decompress. I play more chess now, right? I exercise more, and I know that might fall on deaf ears, because it's like, yeah, we know all those things, but it's like, do you do them, right? And that's just the game, like, and so yeah, interrupt the pattern. Expose the fact that you're feeling this craving, right? Instead of letting it run you internally. And then take note, okay, well, how am I currently feeling? Bored, blah, meh. What am I looking to marijuana for? Excitement, variety, fun, predictability of fun. Okay. What are some other ways I can solve those? What are some other ways I can get those that don't require marijuana? Oh, maybe I'll call a friend. Maybe I'll go to the thrift store and just look around. Maybe I'll go sing music, go sing songs, go dance to music. Maybe right? And I won't lie, right? Like, it is a little tougher on the front end when you haven't discovered options. But the cool thing is you can, and you will, if you are patient enough, if you're willing to get space and distance away from marijuana, because that's just what our brain does, man. Like, we are wired to find other ways to deal with ourselves. And so if you just give yourself a chance and don't let marijuana into the picture, give yourself a chance to discover other ways, to other healthy, more sustainable ways, and arguably just more authentic ways to deal with yourself and deal with life, that's where the real magic is. That's where the real shift occurs. And that's where real sustainable change can happen. So hopefully this video found you guys well. Looking forward to the next one. I'll see you guys there. Peace.